And hello everybody, Slice'em here. Gonna be doing a couple different things today, one of which is getting in the arena. I missed Howard the Duck last arena because, well, to be quite honest, I really just didn't grind like I should have. On top of it, I just wish I wanted him more, but I just don't. So with that being said, it's just kind of one of those offers where I'm kind of like, meh. I don't really care if I get Howard or not. We'll just see. By the way, what's up, Superman versus Green Lantern? Good seeing you, buddy. Superman versus Green Lantern is going to be doing some streaming here later, too. So, guys, feel free to step over there and join his channel, take a peek at him. Jacob says, at least Boss ain't first. Hey, we may have caught Boss when he's asleep, for all I know. Overlord hitting second, but actually came in third. But, hey, close enough. You could say second loser. Same difference. Coming from good old Ricky Bobby. If you ain't first, then you're last. Or whatever he said. I know that. Oh, man. I slept in today. I'll tell you that. We were up till about 4 a.m. last night streaming. Then afterwards, I stayed up for a little bit longer helping a couple people out with rosters, who to look at upgrading, this, that, and the other. So, yeah, it was a long one. Star, what's up, man? Star says he can't stay. He's at his girlfriend's cookout. Just wanted to check in. Figures. Star is gotta go. I'm just kidding, Star. Hey, man, thanks for stopping in, buddy. Hey, what's up, Dark Destroyer? Good seeing you, man. Hey, I appreciate that. Superman vs. Green Lantern says he liked the videos. We'll take all the likes, all the subscriptions, all the help we can get because, hey, that's what makes the channel go round. At this point, I'm just hoping to quickly finish my Act 4 exploration up. I don't know that you can really say quickly with Act 4 any at all, but that's what I'm attempting to do. Evening Veritas. For me, it's still morning, sort of. Kinda, I guess. Jacob says, I saw it lasted 5 hours. Yeah, it was a super long stream. One of those things I did not expect. I was sitting around. I was like, okay, the viewers are going to start dropping off. It's getting later and later. And instead, we just replaced them with other viewers. So it was kind of one of those streams that just kind of kept going and going and going. But, hey, I had a good time. I had a lot of new viewers come in. We got a lot of new subscribers. So all in all, I enjoyed it. And that's what I enjoy. It's a lot of fun hanging out with people that you don't normally see. So getting to grow that viewer base is always nice. Had a message online today from somebody that's I've never noticed in my channel before. Said he enjoyed it. Found himself pointing at the screen and talking to us. So I think that's a pretty good deal. Hey, JWT, what's up? He says he's going to be getting the $29 offer. And happy 4th of July. Hey, I appreciate it, John. Nemus, what's up? He just pulled a Yondu. What are my thoughts on him? I think Yondu is super nice. Oops, excuse me here. Let me get my mic adjusted. I'm trying to drink some water and get myself going here. I think Yondu is super nice. He's a very interesting champion. A lot of fun. Being able to bleed through blocks is nice. Super, super nice. So don't sleep on him. He's definitely a good champion to have. Dark Destroyer says, did you get kicked from your alliance? Yes and no. I got kicked, but I got kicked. They brought a guy back that had been gone. It was kind of one of those things that just kind of worked out against my favor. So it happens. No need to get upset about it. Life moves on. So wasn't thrilled, but hey, could always be worse. Let's see here. Ryan says, wow, the new offer, oh my, OMG. Yeah, no, the new offer looks very tempting. There's a bunch of them there that look very tempting. I'm sitting here over here going, oh, man. There's a part of me that is like, man, I wish I was already like to the 10th or the 15th. That's when my main check comes in. I'm kind of like, ugh. A lot of other things I need to do with it, but still. It comes in handy. Dale says, I got the Odins with the 5-star awakening gem, hoping to awaken my Star-Lord, but I got a skill gem. You know, there's a lot of worse things that could happen. At least with a skill gym, if you can roll around and wait until you pull a dead or a Gwyn pool or something like that, could come in handy. So, Josh says, I got the 5-star gym offer in hopes I would get science for my Quake. No such luck. Yeah, I mean it's tough. Anytime you're doing that, you're going with a big gamble. JWT says, I love my 3-star one. Talking about his Yondu. And Yondu's a fun character to play. I wish I had him. He's the one champion I wish I went a little harder at to get. But we'll see. Ryan says, I bought the Odins, opened my 5-star, and got Drax, a champ I wanted. My 5-star Awakening gym was a Cosmic. So that worked out really well. Yeah, that's perfect lining up for you. You can't argue with that. Nima says, probably half my alliance has got that offer and hasn't got Carnages yet. LOL. Not real sure what Carnage has to do with that. To me, Carnage isn't a whole lot. Jacob says, my game plan. Get the $100, pull skill, awaken Hawkeye. That wouldn't be my game plan. I'll be quite honest. I think if I did it, I don't know that I would even open it. I think I would just wait until I see if I get Iceman or not, and who I pull from from those crystals, and then at that point decide if I want to get disappointed or thrilled later on. Superman vs. Green Lantern says, join my alliance. I actually already picked up an alliance. One of my guys that works with me here on the YouTube here, Bulldog or not, had a spot inside his alliance. It worked out well. Pretty well was a lateral move. Doesn't really change a whole lot for me. So in the long run, again, doesn't really change much. So I'm okay with it. Jacob says, I got King Groot myself. I'm assuming you mean from a 5-star gym. So hey, what's up, Rag? Good seeing you again, buddy. So yeah, I'm halfway tempted to do the $100 one. I really don't have the extra money sitting around right now. So it's just going to be a matter if which way I want to go for this. I would love to get it. Just debating which way I want to go. Normally it's not a problem, but with everything that I've spent here lately with the new house, it's kind of got my hands tied on the offers I can go after. So yeah, we'll see. And again, excuse me, my nose is running this morning, so this head cold just refuses to leave me alone. Every time I turn around, it's just bothering me. Oh, you got King Groot from the $30 offer. Okay. I haven't even looked at them all yet. I logged on the line, I was looking, and everybody's chatting about them. I'm like, oh, man. Now I'm going to have to go look, and then I'm going to be disappointed or angry and decide from there. Okay, so there's the 4-star Marvelous Hero Crystal. Guaranteed a 4-star version of one of the following: Iceman, Angela, King Groot, Nebula, Yondu, Carnage, or Punisher 99. Wow. Interesting. Yeah, see, now I'm tempted to do that one. There's a lot of champions in there I don't have. My luck, I'd pull Iceman, even though I already have him, and be kind of upset. Even though Iceman's a great champ, I've already got him. He's duped multiple times over. Just wouldn't really help me out. Veritas says, 100% Act 4. Got Gambit for my 5-star. 2 Cosmic Cats, 1 Mystic, 1 Science. Nice. Hyperion and Hulk are going up to rank 5. Nice. I just took Hyperion up last night myself. And I will say, I'm excited and also a little bit on the downside about it. I'm curious to see just what he'll be able to do. He's a little more versatile than Thor, and that was where it eventually came to the end at for me. Nima says, my alliance has been lucky with no Carnages. We all pulled Yondu's, Icemans, and Angelus. Eddie Rocks, good seeing you, man. Thanks for stopping back in. Jacob says, oh, we had a guy pull a 5-star Luke Cage already. Ouch. Ouch. Pro- Project says, I didn't know Keemstar played Contest of Champions. I don't know why, but a lot of people say I look like him. Definitely not him, but I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing yet, but whatever. Sigler says he got Angela, and he's okay with that. You know, as much as I chased Angela, you would think I would be okay getting her, but at this point, I would rather have somebody different, I think. I would rather have the Yondu, maybe Punisher 2099 just because he'd be kind of cool to have. But Yondu would be the one I really want out of that group. No doubt about it. Oh, nice. Nima says, I just got a bonus from work, so it all lined up real nice. Yep. That's always a good thing. Alright, let that limbo goes by. Oh, that was horrible. That's alright, she's dead anyway. Jacob says, guess who the 5-star 6 tones are going to be put on? Jacob is going to be your Ultron. That would be my guess. But then again, I don't know all of your... Oh, looks like my gameplay went down. Sorry about that. Don't know how that happened. Whoops. Yep, screen just went out randomly. Not really sure why, but she's back up now, so. Dark Destroyer says, basically all my alliance got Carnage. The good news with Carnage is at least he is a decent prestige champ. Not what he was when he first came out, but still he's decent at least. And who knows, maybe they'll rework him a little bit in the future and give him a little more uses. Alright. Let's go back to the home page and let's take a look at all these lovely... Oh, jeez. Jacob, stop it. Putting those SIGs on Hawkeye. No way. No way. You know, it looks like a lot of guys in my alliance have been opening these gyms this morning. Let's see who all they got. There was a Yondu. Carnage. Alright, let's see. Somebody got a Carnage. Yondu, Angela. 2099. Another Angela. Interesting. So, yeah, interesting. Hex says, my phone wasn't charging at all last night. Now I can't play MCOC. That sucks. I've ran into that before, but... Alright, so let's go take a look at all the offers. And I didn't realize there was this many. So, with Peter Parker's wallet, you get a 3-star. Star-Lord's bag, 1,000 4-star hero crystals. This is where it really starts getting interesting. Tony Stark's briefcase, 1,000 5-star hero crystals, and a 4-star marvelous crystal. So, on that marvelous hero crystal, you're looking at either Angela, Iceman, King Groot, Nebula, Yondu, Carnage, or Punisher 2099. That's pretty interesting. You know, there's a lot of interesting champs there. Some of them I would like to have. Some of them not so much. There's Jacob taunting me with his awakened Hawkeye and smashing some signature stones into him, putting 10 in him, and raising him from 54 to 64. Too funny, man. Chid, welcome to the chat. Chid says Peter Parker in it. Yeah, probably gonna pass on Peter Parker. Man, I'm stuck. Then we got Black Panther's Treasure Vault. $50 gonna net you 3,000 hero shards, 5 stars, 10 signature stones, and 20 additionals. And then we've also got the Odin's Vault. 6,000 hero crystals, 5 stars, more importantly, a 5-star awakening gem. Um, so, excuse me. Here's my dilemma that I have. I like the offer and I don't like the offers all in one. I like the $30 offer. I think that one's not bad. Pretty good little offer. You could get some cool champs. What I don't like is I love and dislike the $100 offer. And here's why. It's random. I could pull whatever. I could pull a class that I can't even have a chance of using. And it could sit there in purgatory forever in my inventory. It's just one of those things where it sucks. Now, on the same token, I turn around and pull an awakening gem that I can use right away, and I look like a genius. But if not, it's $100 that is just flushed down the toilet for getting an awakening gem that I can't use, which would be very frustrating. On the flip side, now see, with 4 stars, it's never really bothered me so bad because I had so many different 4 stars that I could awaken. But when you're looking at the 5-star, man, it becomes such a different ball game. It's kind of one of those things where it's like, ugh. Verito says, should I use my 4-star awakening gem on Voodoo or Wolverine? It comes down to playstyle, Veritas, but in my opinion, I think it's best spent on Voodoo. Voodoo does a little bit of everything. Wolverine is great for the regen. But Voodoo has some good regen. He's also got power control and everything else. So, yeah, it's a tough call. I really don't know which way I want to go. And I don't know if I'll take any of them. How long until the Iceman Arena? I'm not real sure, Dark Destroyer. I don't have the schedule up on my computer, so I haven't even really looked into it. I know it's coming around the corner, though. I know it's going to be insane. I dread to see what the scores are going to be. The only good news is these Marvelous Hero Crystals, the Login Crystal, all those things, at least should possibly minimize the arena run, because there should be a couple people that got Iceman that normally wouldn't have him. So we'll see. Schaefer says, didn't get the 100 because I have Science and Mystic already, and I know I'd pull a Science. Snooner says, do you know how long until we have the new 5 stars? They're here. If you're talking about the July 4th ones, they're here. We've already got a report of somebody pulling a 5-star Luke Cage. So, yeah. The 5-star crystal has been diluted even more. At this point, hang on, fellas. November is probably the next time you really want to start looking. So, we'll see what happens. Superman vs. Green Lantern. Can I try being moderator now and buy it, bro? Not 100% what you mean by there, Superman. Shoot me a message in line. I'll talk to you about being mod. But again, guys, really on the mod thing, I've been pretty good with my mods. I got a great group of them that do a good job of really watching everything. So, Snooner says, darn. Yeah, it's definitely not good news. The 5-star crystal has now officially been tamed, diluted, however you'd like to look at it. So, yeah. Dale says, I got the Odins because I got a 5-star Star-Lord, and if I got that gem, it would have set me up. Let me ask you this, Dale. What did you get? Obviously, you didn't get the tech, or you'd be in here going crazy. Snooner says, I have a 5-star Star-Lord and everything to awaken him, to take him to rank 3. One tech cat from 7. Should I buy the awakening gem offer? Man. If I had Star-Lord on my account as a 5-star, there's no doubt about it, I'd buy the offer. I would take the $100 gamble. However, not having a 5-star that I'm really, really, really just dying to level up, I've been super, super slow. Hey, thanks, Superman, Green Lantern. I've been super, super slow to pull my trigger on any of these offers. While I think they are great offers, the Marvelous Crystal would be interesting. I could get a champion I don't have. I could go for Yondu. Really would be the guy I'd hope to pull out of that. On the flip side, if I had a better 5-star setup, I would probably do the 5-star Awakening Gem. There's a small part of me that thinks I buy the $100 offer and let it just sit back there and just sit and wait until I see what 5 stars I pull when I go after Iceman. Not to mention the shards would be nice. It would probably give me another shot at him. Here, let's go take a look at my shard count here. Hey, what's up, Danny Boy, aka my name has changed. So let's see, I'm at 33,374. Need to get to 45,000. So I mean, I got a ways to go, but what is that? How many shards come with the $100 offer? 6,000. You know, that's pretty strong. That'd put me just shy of 40,000, meaning I need 5,000 to come up with. Well, 6,000. At that point, I'd be tempted to just go ahead and get Tony Stark's briefcase just to go ahead and finish that out and get the gem. So, decisions. Yeah, that's what I'm saying there. It's about the units. Oh, I didn't think about the units. Yeah, that is a lot of units. Well, not to mention, with the units, here's the other side of it. With the units, so we got the tier 4 basic going. Let's see what they're doing here on this. 2 tier 4 basic, blah blah blah. Yeah. So I mean, technically, I could take the units and turn around and say, okay, well now I'm going to go after this offer, and chase it a little bit. Where you could say, okay, well there's what you could do 4,000, 5,000 units is going to grab you another 2,500 5-star shards and set me up with a tier 4 class catalyst. So, it's so difficult. So many offers going on right now. It's tempting to do them just because of the snowball effect here. So, we'll see what happens. Snooner says, I don't know if I'm going to do it. If I get what I want, I'm set. But if I don't, I'm going to throw my phone. No, I agree. That's the problem here is if you get it, hip hip hooray. That's what you're looking for. If you don't, oh, look out. It's a big gamble. So I'm so torn on this offer. It's kind of making me angry. Because I know what I want to do, but on the same token, I'm having a hard time rationalizing it all at this moment. So, definitely not fun. Definitely not fun at all. Very frustrating. So we'll see. Who knows? See, now it makes me want to just look into a couple different things. Alright. T. Ricky says, I picked up the Hawkeye 5-star recently. Yeah, he's interesting. He's definitely a good champ. I'm probably going to start ranking my Hawkeye up, as I think he'll be able to do a pretty decent little run for me. At least until hopefully I pull someone decent. Either Iceman, which is my goal, or somebody decent out of the Iceman Crystal. We'll see what happens. Snooner says, what 5 stars do you have? Currently I have Magneto, Hawkeye, and Juggernaut, all unduped. I yet to have a duped 5-star. Excuse me. Danny Boy says the Awakening Gem is tempting, even if it's not generic. Keeping in mind, you get one of those for finishing LOL first path. That's a very good point. For me, it kind of comes down to, depending on what I get in my 5-star crystals, that Awakening Gem could help get through LOL on the first path. You know, we'll see. Ah, quit reaching. There we go. So let's see here. So yeah, Sooner, I told you what 5 stars I have. Danny Boy says, oh, I already hit that. T. Ricky says, hearing attempting God tier on our God level, I heard about Hawkeye. No. No way. Stop it. Don't feed Schaefer's obsession with Hawkeye. Just stop it. Superman vs. Green Lantern says, hit that like button. Yeah, guys, if you're here, hit the like button. If you're new, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button. It'd be great. So, Sooner says, oh, I have Mags, Hawkeye, Black Panther, Classic, and Star-Lord, all unduped. So, you've got a pretty good range of characters. I mean, for you, a mutant, a skill, and a tech all do a great job for you. For me, right now, skill would be and then after that, it kind of really just runs down to I don't know. It's really more of a hope. You know, I'm pulling for the future. T. Ricky says I got a Science 5-star Awakening Gem to go with my other 5-star Science Awakening Gem and a 5-star Skill Awakening Gem. LOL. Yeah, you know, I like the skill one. I would be saving that for Gwenpool as well. You get Gwenpool, awaken her, she's going to be a beast. I think that's a no-brainer. Danny Boyce says, I'm not saying I'm buying it since I don't spend in the game. Sure, I mean, it makes sense. Some people don't spend, some do. You know, here's the thing. Unfortunately, no matter how you want to run about it, spending makes it easier. Doesn't mean it makes it better, but it does make it easier. It makes the game easier, which, unfortunately, is just kind of the way it goes. So, alright. T. Ricky says, yep, hoping for a Hulk and eventually Quake. Kabam is built with the bricks of broken dreams, though. Yeah, no, I agree with that. There's no doubt about it. Kabam enjoys torturing all of our souls, I think. Giving us one thing, but not letting us have the other half of it, so. We'll see. And again, I am just stuck on which way I want to go. Can't decide. Very difficult decision. So we'll see. I think I would. And see, here's the problem. I don't have a 5-star I'd really use it on just yet. And man, Schaefer is just showing all the people pulling all the undesirable characters that got added today. Daredevils, the Luke Cages. Don't you know that's gotta hurt? Opening a 5-star and getting those. Woo. Anthony says some can't but would do anything for $40 right now. I don't disagree. I'm in a spot where I really shouldn't, but on the same token, I know I could, if that makes any sense. So yeah, it kind of puts me in a spot, but I can definitely see the frustration, believe me. Alright, Wolverine is down. How do I get an infinite streak in the 4-star featured? The 4-star featured is a little more difficult. I've never done it myself, so I really can't tell you. But I would imagine it's very similar to the basic. Um, Wrong one there, Chid. He's asking for the featured. Hey, Cash Cow, no worries about being late. Good seeing you, man. Remember seeing you in Frojo's deal, so. Shane Hennessy says, just got Nebula for my Marvelous Crystal. Any use? Yeah, Nebula's fun. The problem is she's a little bit, she's interesting to use. I don't know. Now that's exciting. A 4-star crystal as well. I got Archangel. Archangel is an amazing champ. Absolutely amazing. I love Archangel. My favorite attack champion that there is. He's a beast. T. Ricky says, everybody in my alliance is jealous about my Hawkeye. T. Ricky, are you just here with Schaefer to take and pump up Hawkeye to drive me crazy because I got him sitting there? Because if so, you're doing a good job of it. That's how you do it in the featured. Okay, fair enough. So 3:30 till 10 or 11, and then 11 to 15, 550s. There you go. Cash Cow says, I'm opening my 5-star crystal today. Please no Groot. LOL, I want Venom. Yikes. Yeah, today is not... I don't know that I'd be messing with it. Snooner says, just awaken that 5-star Spider-Gwen with the Science Gem. Yeah, you want to talk about dangerous. Ugh, that would be no fun. Can you imagine that? No bueno. Jacob says, caught Angela from my Marvelous. Anybody have her? Any suggestions? Does she need to be awakened? I'm trying her out in duels and having fun. Cash Cow, the 5 stars are updated. Yeah, he's the Cash Cow, the 5-star crystals are updated. Yeah, it's I don't know, man. I wouldn't be opening one right now. There's no way. I just don't see the value in any of the new champs. At this point, I save to November, or I save for a feature that I want. Sigler. Well, Schaefer says Slice. Does Jacob? I don't know what it... I do not have Angela. I got totally hosed on getting Angela. Multiple times over. Thanks for reminding me, Schaefer. The more champions I get added into the 5-star crystal pool, the less chance people have awakening their 5-star Star-Lord. No, I agree. It's we've discussed that many times. It's not exciting. The 5-star is diluted. It's no fun. So I don't know what. To me, there's just not much hope. At this point, it becomes your odds are just much less. I don't like them. There's no way I think I would open a crystal right now. However, Cash Cow says he's wanting Venom, so he's going for it. So, yeah, now the update is in place. We've got people pulling Luke Cage. We've got people pulling Netflix Daredevil. So, yeah. Have at it. You're more than welcome to open them. Snooner says Brian Grant is opening a 5-star today. LOL. Yeah, Bulldog did the same thing last night to increase his chances of getting a duped Star-Lord. Yeah, last night would be the way to go. Today, yuck. I am out. That's a lot of extra junk. Schaefer says, I thought you did have her. No, Jacob. I have a video of 103 Angela or Odin daughter crystals being opened in which I never got her. To which I wanted to throw my phone, but yeah. Let's see here. Chid says there was no update. Yeah, I didn't see an update. It looks like they just had it all set, ready to go. Because there are people pulling the new champs. So they're definitely in there. Dale says, I saw some guy buy all the offers, awaken Star-Lord, and got Iceman from his marvelous crystal. That's a pretty good run. I mean, that's an awesome run for somebody. That's what I would like to have for my kind of run, but I don't have Star-Lord, so it doesn't matter. Cash Cow says, I want to save, but I need to LOL because I want Venom. But I also really want Archangel. Alright, so Cash Cow's getting ready to open his 5-star crystal. Best of luck. Sooner, if I do buy the offer, I'm opening the 5-star crystal. You only live once before it's too late to dupe Star-Lord. Yeah, it's going to be tough. Bing says, offering for top players to stay at top. He. You know, I don't know that the offer is necessarily for the elite. It allows a lot of other people a chance to really jump. If you get lucky, you could really change the course of your team real quick. I mean, if you've got an unduped Star-Lord sitting around, you could theoretically dupe your Star-Lord and then still set up a ton of crystals and everything else to really go. So it would definitely be interesting and be difficult. But yeah, Sigler says 5-star Drax to R3 if he's duped, maybe even unduped. Yeah, I don't disagree. Phil Ivy bought all the packages. Phil, let me know what you get. I'd be curious to hear. And yeah, I agree. Drax is an LOL champion. He can definitely be used. Bulldog last night duped his Drax, so he was pretty excited. Or he pulled Drax and was able to awaken him, so he was pretty excited. Anthony, take a break. Give me a holler here later, bud. Settle down though, man. No worries. Dark King says, I'm buying the new unit offer. Dude, there's a lot of good offers out there. It's definitely worth taking a look into, no doubt about it. Cash Cow 45. Are we sure they're added? Man, I can tell you, all I can see is so far that they have been added. That's the way it looks. We've got people pulling Luke Cage, got people pulling Daredevil Netflix, so the champions are in there. So we'll see what happens. And again, excuse me, still got a little bit of my head cold here. Chid nailing a very good point home. You guys have no idea how many global bums buy offers and are still chat bums. The naive perception that only top players spend is seriously annoying. I don't disagree with Chid. You know, you can be a top tier player and not spend. It just requires a lot of work. Because here's the problem. All spending does is accelerate the process. You get some extra champions, you get some extra awakening gems. But again, if you pull the wrong ones, they're just sitting there. It's not like you are changing your landscape. Yeah, the $30 offer is a pretty nice offer. You're getting 850 units, a 4-star crystal, and 1,000 5-star shards. It's a good offer. And to be quite honest, I feel like most of the offers are pretty good. I don't look at any of them and go, eh. Cash Cow 45 says, all right, just making sure, going for Venom. Yeah, it's definitely he's definitely out there apparently. Biggest Noob says Brian Grant is a prime example of that. Top tier player and doesn't spend. So, guys, they're out there. There's again no doubt you can be a top tier champ or a top tier player and not spend. Now, I will say this: spending helps. Let's not be naive about it either. Spending helps, but it's not a necessity. Schaefer, our local legend guy, says, is he really top tier, though? Is he really there? That's a great question. I don't know. I've never really watched a whole lot of Brian Grant stuff. I know he does some great content. So who knows? Snooner says, also on 30% through the last chapter, do Act 4. The 3100 offer will give me 103 energy refills. Act 4 will be really quick to 100% then. Makes sense. Schaefer says you don't get to where Jinser M is without spending. Yeah, it's kind of one of those things, guys, where, look, spending accelerates gameplay, whether we want to admit it or not. And I'm not here to promote spending, but it accelerates accounts. There's no doubt about it. Sigler says, I'm even considering throwing in an extra $10 for half a 4-star crystal. Yeah, no, I don't disagree with you. It's kind of one of those things where today is a day. If you're a spender, you woke up today and said, well, how interesting this could be. Danny Boy says, if I was a spender, I'd buy them. They are good offers indeed. It is interesting. I mean, look, they're good offers. It doesn't mean that they're game breakers, but they could be. I mean, let's all be very honest about it. If you've got an unduped Star-Lord and you pull that Tech Awakening gem, you're good. You're set at that point. It makes a big difference for somebody in that aspect. Get out of here, Winter. Out of War Machine. T. Ricky says, just imagine brutal DLX with a duped HEs. Come on. Biggest noob. How many players can actually say they beat a path of LOL without spinning a single unit? Brian Grant has done it. If that isn't a top tier player, then I don't know what is. Sigler says, happy freaking 4th from Kabam, apparently. Yeah. Hey, Def Cat, how's it going? And again, guys, if anybody is new here, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. We appreciate it. And first-time viewer, well, welcome to the channel. Feel free to ask any questions. Right now, we're just discussing all the offers Kabam has thrown out on the table, because there is their fair share and then some. So, yeah, don't hesitate to enjoy. Excellent. Hey, Def Cat, we greatly appreciate it. Schaefer says, I did at the biggest noob. Just need the stash and champs like Brian Grant had. So, yeah. Chit says that's a top-tier hoarder, not a top-tier player. There is a difference. And, look, I'm not here to bash on any player. Anybody that can play the game and play it well, good for them. It's definitely interesting to see the differences. Phil Ivy says, at Slice, I've been playing for less than 2 months with 20,000 5-star hero crystals, shards, to get 2 5-stars. Should I wait or pop it now? I would say you gotta wait. To me, opening one now is just asking for disappointment. I don't see anything coming good out of it. It's just such a pain right now. Let's see. Dale says that's not entirely true as far as units in BG. You're not mentioning the hours a day he spent grinding Realm for potions. So yeah, there's a lot that goes into that. And again, don't get me wrong, not knocking anybody's achievements, but there's more to it than what just meets the eye. There's the setup, there's the what I did ahead of time, the champions. A lot goes into that. DefCat subscribed after listening to your cover for Frojo. Hey, good. I'm glad that you found me that way. It works, so. And Chid says, oh, heavens, no, not bashing him, just stating facts. And again, that's kind of what we're looking at. There's a big difference between having a horde of supplies and having a skill level to just straight up defeat LOL without spending. Unfortunately, from what I see in LOL, and again, I haven't stepped foot in there myself, this is just what I've seen whenever I've announced for a couple different people or watched different things. I don't care who you are, you're going to spend something on the Labyrinth. Because here's the deal. If you're using revives and you're going to use them, Okay, there's no way around it. You're going to use revives. You're spending. Every revive you use is like spending those units. The difference is you took the time to save them up. So instead of just buying them from the store, you saved them up. So there's no way to look at it. There's no way to look at it and saying that it's free. Guys, free is the worst word that I know of because nothing is free. Okay, free is a very dangerous word. Nothing is free. Somewhere, sometime, somebody put their time in to give you whatever it is that's being given to you. And I don't care if it's in the real world or I don't care if it's here on MCOC. Whatever it is, nothing is free. You're putting your time in, you're putting your effort in. You don't just log into the game and go defeat LOL. You don't just log into the game and get free champions. You're putting your time in, you're showing up. And time is money. I don't know if you're aware, but trust me, I donate a lot of my time and exchange it for money. And so don't use the word free. Nobody's beat it for free. You're spending something. You're either doing the grind ahead of time, which is your time, or somebody that has deep pockets rolls up and says, here, look, I can do it, and they just buy the revives and the heals as they go. Same difference. The difference is one guy had the money from somewhere else, the other guy had the time. So yeah, nothing is free. I've yet to meet a player beat LOL for free. And if they have, good for them, but I don't see it being capable yet. Because you're going to die. And when you die and you res somebody, you spent. Nothing is free. Nothing. We won't even get into that much deeper than that, but yeah. Nobody has beat LOL for free. Just truth as truth can be. Schaefer nailed it. Anyone can do LOL for free, quote unquote free, if you grind beforehand. Again, it's not free. You're simply spending your time differently. And Jacob nailed it right after. You're either spending time or money. It's one or the other. You're going to die in LOL. No way around it. Be prepared to die. The question is going to be, how many times do you die? And how much do you spend? LOL is all about minimizing the spend. Minimizing your deaths. That's the sign of the skill level. Or a sign of the champions. Depending. Alright. And of course he would proc endure. Alright, there we go. Chid gives me an applause. Again, guys, that's just my take on it. So, Sigler says, dude, I really do love the duck. Popped an L2 on Magic and he'll blocked for the rest of the fight. He really solid. Gonna be happy to awaken him. Good, I guess. I don't know. Duck kind of is like a whatever to me. He'll be useful, but I don't see him making it past some of my other champs. Schaefer says, my time spent was waiting for the Star-Lord dupe. LOL. Had the revives and crap already since I never really needed them. Exactly. I mean, the thing about it is for a lot of people, they're in a holding pattern. And I think that's what these offers do. If anything, they allow people to get out of the holding pattern, possibly, early. Now, it's not a guaranteed thing. At the end of the day, it's one of those things where you could get out of the holding pattern a little sooner. You know, you pull that awakening gem to awaken that champ you're looking for, and it catapults you forward. In the meantime, if you don't buy it, like Jacob said, like Schaefer said, you sit around, you grind, and you pull in the items you need to set yourself up. So the day you do dupe, or the day you pull the champ that you can do LOL with, now you're good to go. You've got a lot of stash, you're ready to rock, and you can go get it done. So, let's see here. Biggest Noob says Homecoming Spider-Man will be next feature arena 7/6/17. Spread the word. Interesting. I'm curious if that's going to be correct. I mean, we all know he's coming. Uh, Dale says Brian Grant just got rack at Raccoon. Not bad. Not bad at all. Sigler says, I mean, Frojo got through LO with what, 125, 130 total deaths, right? Not bad in his opinion. You know, 130 deaths, depending on what scale you're looking at, changes a lot. Using Rogue was new, it was different, it was interesting. So, excuse me, I definitely think it was different. It was definitely good for Rogue. He got in a massive groove and did a lot of work. So, it's really hard to knock that. Oh, Jacob, did they? Okay, so Schaefer tells me they posted it. So, yes, it looks like it's definitely going to be Homecoming Spider-Man coming up 7/6. So, interesting. Joe Fixit is the new basic with the new Spidey. All right, good news. I won't have to worry about that. Joe Fixit basic, Homecoming Spider-Man featured. Viri says, is Dr. Voodoo good? Very. Dr. Voodoo is great. He's above good. He's an excellent champ. Somebody you'd love to have on your roster. Great champion. Takes a little bit of getting used to, but once you're used to him, yeah, I think you'll be happy with him. I know this. I've had a hard time getting used to him, but as I'm getting better with him, I love him more and more. So yeah, get in there and play with him because that's the best way to find out. You got to play with champions to see if you're going to like them or not. Everybody's taste is a little bit different, but considered by many, Voodoo is a great champion. I give him a thumbs up. I enjoy him. He's great. A lot of uses, so. Well, the arena calendar changed. That's so exciting. DefCat says Voodoo's one of the best. He's definitely up there, but again, you got to be able to use him. If you can't use a champion, it doesn't matter what everybody else says. If you can't get their playstyle down, you have a hard time understanding their concept, they're not as good, so. Yeah, I don't know of any arena calendar change, except for maybe Joe Fixit. And he's just replacing the Marvelous Crystal, correct? Chit says, in my opinion, he hits like a paper towel. Yeah, I don't think it's about how hard he hits. It's about the utility, the power lock, power drain. The poison stacks. There's a lot of fun stuff you can do with Voodoo. And he has regen, which is super nice. Let's see. Kay says, I have a maxed out duped Star-Lord. Is that good? Absolutely. Well, here. It's good if you can string together combos. If you can't put together combos, then it doesn't matter because Star-Lord is going to do you no favors. But if you can put together a good set of combos, yeah, Star-Lord is amazing. Schaefer says if you guys are in the YouTube line chat that we have set up, you would see that Voodoo can bypass Limber in LOL. That's interesting. In a large chunk of that is due to his ability reduction, I'm assuming there, Schaefer, correct? Hey, Sepha, how you doing? Welcome to the channel. Biggest Noob says, yes, Voodoo reduced ability accuracy if you use special 1 with an odd combo. So, yeah. Excellent. Guys, again, if you're new, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Come join us. Speaking of joining us, Chit or Jacob, either one of you guys free. If anybody wants, let me know. I'd be happy to have you guys on the line discussing as I sit here and grind. And again, I don't know how much longer I'm going to go. This was kind of an impromptu stream, waiting to go, do the 4th of July stuff with family. Saw all the offers, and I thought to myself, man, these offers are kind of crazy. I want to go talk about them because I knew there was going to be a very wide range of reactions from people saying amazing to others saying nah to people figuring everything out. Danny Boy, yeah, we have a chat room online on the Line app. For anybody that kind of hangs out here in the live chat, they're welcome to join it. Just to discuss abilities and discuss champions and throw questions out even when we're not live. So, just a way for us to stay in touch with everybody that supports us. And if they have questions, we're happy to answer them there. As well as Twitter, of course. And don't forget, you can follow us on Twitter. Slice'em Gaming is the new Twitter handle we're going by. If you'd like to reach just me, you can also follow me at Slice'em on Twitter. Jesse says, what's up? I have a 5-star. Awesome. I think quite a few people have a 5-star. The question is, what 5-star do you have? Because that makes all the difference, my friend. Schaefer, thanks, man. Yeah, if you're interested in getting that chat room with us, feel free to add Schaefer. He'll add you in there. And his line app is Schaefer10. So, feel free to hit him up. And again, we're always looking for people to come in and hang out and chat. So, ugh, head cold sucks. Be glad when this is over with. I feel like I've got a pretty good little head start here on Howard the Duck. I don't think I'm going to have to go too terribly far. Not to mention, I really don't want to go very far, so I just don't see a lot of value in him. Ooh, I got caught by the Ant-Mans. Whoop. Of course, hanging by a thread. There we go. So, yeah, Jesse, what 5-star is it that you have? I'm curious to hear. Alright. Slowly closing in on being done with this. And again, guys, just kind of up running around doing a couple different things. I wanted to check in, talk about the offers, and decide which way to go and what everybody's opinions were on these offers. I'm kind of stuck in limbo. A lot of really good offers. July 4th is full of them. I wish they would extend them for like a week. Do something crazy. Give people a chance because there's so many good offers. I think a lot of people would scoop them up. Schaefer says, I was surprised by no announcement on the new event quest tomorrow. Sigler says, I'm done grinding for the duck, I think. I just have a hold up with Arena in my completionist mentalist that I want to keep doing Arena for security. Man, I think anything past 2.5, 2.8, you're more than safe. I just don't see Howard the Duck rising a whole lot, if anything. So, yeah, I don't know, man. To me, it just doesn't seem like he's going to go up. Jesse, I think he means he got Drax as his 5-star, which is a great 5-star champion to have. So it's kind of hard to argue with that one. Danny Boy says, I'm sure, as always, Kabam will announce the new quest at the last moment. Yeah, doesn't shock me. Yeah, I really should start a new group there. Oh, well. Ooh. Get caught by Moon Knight, not smooth. Jesse's confirmed, yes, it is a 5-star Drax. So, nice. Drax is a good champion. Hard to argue against. Biggest noob, 3.2 is safe for Howard. Look, to me, Howard ain't worth 3.2, so if that's what it takes to get Howard, everybody else can have him. I'll take my crystal shards. Forget it. Howard went for 2.4 million. So you mean to tell me you think he's going to raise 800,000? I don't get it. Why in the world would he raise 800,000 for Howard the Duck? I mean, the people have spoken. 2.4. Okay, we don't have tier 4 basic going, but still, 800,000 to go up for Howard the Duck? No way. I'll take the crystals and hope I dupe somebody else or pull another champion that I really want. Howard the Duck's not doing anything on my roster. He's going to sit there and collect dust. And I think for most people it's very similar. 3.2 million seems a little high for a duck. And yes, I get it. Howard the Duck has some uses, but I don't know if he has enough for that. Yeah, I saw it, Chid. Trying to kind of read and play at the same time, so get with me here in a little bit. Isolina says, I'm going to keep going. I need battle chips. That's a totally different thing. Look, you can keep grinding all you want for battle chips. Have at it. But to say you got to keep grinding to get Howard the Duck, that to me is where it's asinine. Where is Bulldog? That's a great question. I'm assuming he knows we're live. I didn't text him. I guess I should have. And I know he's got family in, so he could be with family. I've seen him pop in and out of line a little bit today. Normally he hits me up if he's available, so I'm not real sure. But he should be around. And if not, I'm hoping he should be around this afternoon. Biggest Noob says, just think about it. He's a top prestige tech champion. Not everyone has him. Anyone that wants him as a champion will grind as much as they can to get him. Based on that theory, every champion should be going for 3-4 million. Everybody's going to grind for him. Come on. Nobody wants to sit around and grind for Howard. It just makes no sense to me. I mean, to me, what are you grinding for? Yeah, okay, he's got good prestige. Let's take a look at prestige, fellas. Prestige is determined by three things. At this point in the game, when you start reaching this level, prestige is determined by your 5-star champions that you're going to have, because they're going to go way past your 4 stars. And then your top, 2 or 3 4-star champions? Howard the Duck's not going to cut that. I mean, you're going to have Gwynpool's ahead of him. Phoenix is ahead of him. There's tons of champs ahead of him. Prestige is a weak excuse to go after Howard the Duck. Maybe uniqueness or something like that, but 3 million for Howard the Duck seems a little high. I still think anything around 2.5 to 2.8 should be more than enough. That's my opinion. So I'm not going to get on my rant about the arena. I'm doing my best, East. We all know how I feel about the arena, so. Dubash says, how do you have all the champs dupe that aren't in basic arena side? Well, to be quite honest with you, buddy, I bought them. As much as I'd love to tell you I got them some cool way, the truth is I bought them. I opened a ton of crystals and was able to open a lot of really good champions, so it worked out fairly well. Hey, Josh, thanks, man. I'm so far excited. So far, it seems to be going great, so we'll see where it goes from there. So, Debash says Duck would be like 2.5 to 3 million. I think it's going to be more like 2.2 to 2.5. I think 2.8 and up is safe. East, you might be right. I think Bulldog or not is at a parade. He did mention he had a parade to go to this morning. Danny Boy says maybe he's buying some earplugs for his dogs for tonight. That's what he could do, is get them some like little earmuffs, to just put over their ears so that they can enjoy. Alright, guys. I'm probably going to finish this arena up and get ready to head out. I can hear everybody upstairs moving around, getting ready. Pretty sure I'm supposed to be over at my sister's house for 4th of July stuff, probably already. But I'm not overly concerned about it. We got a long day. Plenty of time to be spent over there with family. You know how that goes. right now I'm enjoying this, and I just enjoy streaming. I enjoy hanging out with everybody. So, Snooner says, "R.I.P. Seaton. He got his third cosmic 5-star gem." Ooh, yeah, that would suck. Biggest Noob says, "No wonder Seaton is so salty." Yeah, that definitely wouldn't be fun. So, all right, guys. Well, again, probably going to be looking at shutting down here after this arena here shortly. Again, just kind of an impromptu stream. Really wasn't planning on it, but glad I did. It's always fun to meet new people. Always fun to have new people joining the chat and getting the opinion of everybody else. So, the best question yet is, if you're not new here, or if you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe. I guess that's really not a question. The biggest thing here is, if you're new here, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. If you've been around, hit like, and bring somebody else over. Debosh says, people did hold their grind just because there was a T4B going in first round. No, I don't disagree. I think first round was definitely affected. Ooh, I'm not paying attention again. Was affected by the Tier 4 basic, but you're basically saying it was affected by 800,000. I just don't see that being the case. Good job. Got waxed by Rocket. Horrible dodge right there. Yeah, I just don't see that being the case. I don't think 800,000 is by how much people missed it by. Snooner says, whenever I catch your stream again, I will tell you what I got from the offer if I get it. Yeah, no, I'm going to be the same way. We'll see what happens. So, and I'm almost to my final milestone, and after that, just got to do a little more grinding, and I'll be done. So, today I'll be working on Act 4. So hopefully by the time I come back around, you guys will see another chunk of Act 4 over with. So, Eastling says, at Chid, I can't on the road with the fam. I feel you there. That's where I'm getting ready to be. So, and again, guys, we did have somebody last night asking about donating. Guys, I don't have a super chat yet. If you're interested in donating towards the stream, you're more than welcome to. We have had some people ask. Set up a PayPal for it at the bottom of the description if you're interested. Again, had a couple people ask, so letting people know that is available. If you do, we'll definitely make sure you get a shout out. So, outside of that, fellas, again, I appreciate everybody showing up. Thanks for stopping in. It was good having you guys. Chit says, "Oh wow, the Dormammu synergy worked." Yeah, it was pretty interesting. It's fun to use, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So who knows? And again, I'll be back this afternoon. Looking forward to seeing everybody. Till then, everybody have a fun, safe 4th of July. Best of luck, and if you buy any offers, let me know what you get, because I'm interested to hear how many people it worked out for and how many it went sour for, because these offers to me go one or two ways. They go either really, really good, or they can turn sour. If they turn sour, the good news is you get a lot of units that you can use for a lot of other things inside the game. So at least that is the safety net with these offers. So take that for what it is. All right, bye, guys. Everyone else, take care, and best of luck.